to anyone that's new. Thank you for joining in, and let's get started. Just want to point out, last week I talked a little bit about TheraBands. I did order some new ones because I didn't think the set I had was going to hold out. Just like I said last week, this is the lightest one in the package that I just got. So use the one that is most comfortable for you, that allows you to do the best range of resistance. At least today I'll be able to stand up and not feel like my band's going to snap on me. So anyway, let's get started. Just start moving around a little bit. And let's open our arms wide to the front and rock back and forth to the side a little bit. Step on one toe, side to side. And let's do some calf raises up for 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's do some marches and just swing your arms side to side. And nice and slow with the marches. And your knee can come up as high as you're comfortable. And let's just swing our arms side to side. And let's do some kickbacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's roll our shoulder forward for 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and back for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do some hip circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And let's get started. So we're going to do sits to stand. So your feet should be about hip width apart. You could do it with your arms helping you, or cross your arms across the chest. We're going to do 2 sets of everything as we've been doing with an A and B exercise. So we're going to superset. There'll be 2 exercises per set mostly. So let's get started. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's warm up our feet a little bit more. So let's point and flex for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's slide forward and do our second set of sits to stand. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And a little bit more ankle work. So we're going to circle out for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and circle in for 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I just realized in my eagerness to get started today, I forgot something that's very important, and that's posture. So we're just going to backtrack a little bit and just pay attention to our posture. So you're standing nice and tall, hand behind your head, the other hand on your chin, push your head back, chin is parallel to the ground. You have a nice plumb line pulling you up nice and tall, your ears over your shoulder over your hip over your knee over your ankle. A good base of support is about hip width apart. Your belly button, your stomach is pulled in nice and tight, and your shoulder blades are down in the back, pointing towards your back pocket. So I'm sorry about that, and let's go on to our next exercise, which is a modified squat. So you can do about hip width apart, or a little bit wider, or shoulder width apart. If it's more comfortable for you could even go a little bit wider. You could do a modified squat where you just go about a quarter of the way down, or you could do a full squat all the way down. You could do a squat. I'm going to do a squat with a knee raise. If that's too difficult for you, just go ahead and do either a quarter squat or just a full squat. So, and we're going to superset those with calf raises. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm sorry, that was 10. I just kind of lost it a little bit there. So let's do calf raises and heel rock. So we're going to go up on our toes and rock back on our hips, on our heels. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's shake it out a little bit. Let's take a break and let's see who's checked in. Hi, Meryl, Susan, Jen, Lucille, Letty, and Esther. Welcome. I'm glad to have you all here. So let's do our second set of squats. And for those of you who have weights at home, you can hold them at the side or you can hold them in front of you like a goblet squat if you want to make it a little bit more challenging for yourself. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And our second set of calf raises. So 1, rocking back on your heels. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's move on to the next exercise, which is side leg lifts. And you could do hamstring curl, which we have done before. Let me show you from the back. But I'm going to make it a little bit more challenging and just do leg raises. So let's start with side leg lift. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's move over to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's do our leg lifts. So my arms are in the chair. I'm not slumping down. Nice and tall. My belly button's pulled in. My back is nice and flat. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's switch back to the other side. Let's see who's here. Hey, Kitty and Esther. Welcome. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And switch over to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And shake your legs out a bit. Get a drink of water. I think I'm going to do that. And let's do our last set of leg lifts. So 1, really squeeze your glutes as you bring your legs up. 2, 3, nice flat back. 4, and your belly button pulled in. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And switch over to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I'm going to sit for the next couple of exercises. We're going to do chest press and shoulder blade squeezes, and we're going to do those with a tandem stance also. So let's start with a chest press. So the bands under your arms, if you have weights, just have your elbows at shoulder height, and you're just going to push forward. If you don't have anything, not even cans of beans or soup, you're just going to push forward as if you're pushing through water. You're sitting up nice and tall. Your belly button is still pulled in, even though you're maybe sitting. But you could also do this exercise standing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's do the shoulder blade squeezes for your back. So that you should have your arms shoulder height, no higher, and you're just going to pull the band out to the side and squeeze your shoulder blades together. That's 1, 2. You have a tennis ball between your shoulder blades that you're not letting them drop. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So today instead of the tandem stance, I think I could do a tandem walk if I take about 5 steps before my head will be cut off on the video screen. So that's what I'm going to do. And then we'll do a tandem stance. So if you need to do this with your arms open, if you can't do this, you can give yourself a little bit of space between your feet. And if you could go backwards, that's another trick you could try. And let's stay in the tandem stance for a little bit. And you can play around with this. My right foot is in front. And really good posture really helps with this exercise. So shake it out. And let's go back to our chest and our shoulders, our back. So elbows at shoulder height or slightly below shoulder height. And 1, belly button pulled in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's do our back. Shoulder height. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's put our bands away for a little bit. And let's do another set of tandem walking. I'm going to go as far back as I can go without knocking over anything. And 1. Haven't done this in a while. And if you can go backwards until my left leg is in front. And once again, play around with your arms. Really challenge your balance. Your belly button really pulled in. Okay, let's shake it out a little bit. So the next exercise we're going to be doing is stepping over the sleeping dog. Thank you, Susan, for being in my living room. And so it's we're going to do a 10 count to the front and to the side. This is a high leg lift forward, a high leg lift back in both directions. Really good exercise for getting in and out of the bathtub. Also gives you a lot of quad work. So I'm going to start in the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And switch over to the other side. Starting in the front again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to superset this with lateral raise. Since I have a new stronger band, I'm going to do this one standing. You can do it seated if you want. But since my band is a little bit more sturdy this week, I'm going to do it standing. I'm going to step on one side of the band. My arm is still down to my side, slightly in front, and I'm going to just bring it up to shoulder height. So 1, you could do this with a weight or without. 3, 4, belly button still pulled in nice and tall. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And switch over to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's go back to our second set of stepping over to sleeping dog. Starting in the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And switch over. And starting in the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's do our last set of lateral raises. You can make it harder by how much you step on the band, just giving yourself a little bit more tension. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. And switch over to the other side. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's give the bands a break for the time being. So we're going to take a few seconds break while I tell you what we're going to do next. We're going to do curtsy lunge. You could hold on if you want to. There's going to be a slight leg lift with one leg behind you. If that is too hard for you to do, you could just do a regular curtsy lunge without the side leg lift. If you want to challenge yourself, you could do it without holding on. But whatever you do, make sure that you're safe. And I'm going to do it holding on. So, and we're going to superset this with single leg stances. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And switch over to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And you should be really feeling this in your hips now. You're gonna take a break for a second. So the single leg stance, we're gonna do them with, we're gonna do a 10 count march, very slow march. And if you can't do a single leg stance for a 10-second count, just doing a very slow march is good. So don't beat yourself up if you can't do more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you could do your leg in the front, to the side, to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're going to do our second set of curtsy lunge. It's actually pretty warm in my apartment today, so I'm going to stop for a second and get a sip of water. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And switch over to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to do a 10 count, a very slow march. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Make sure you land on the opposite leg. And I'm going to do it out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we're going to move on to a high knee with a twist. So we're still doing a lot of lower body work, but we're getting a little bit of core working, some ab working, specifically obliques, and that we will superset with bicep curls. So 1, 2, really twist your upper body towards your knee. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And switch over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I'm going to do bicep curl stand-in today because my band can handle it. You could still do it seated. I'll show you. Just keep your elbows close to you. I can even stand on both feet if I wanted to. So my elbows are close to my side. I'm just going to curl up and down. 2, nice and slow. 3, can you tell that I'm very happy with my new bands? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I actually need to towel off today. It is quite warm in here. And switch over to the other side. And high knee and upper body twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And switch over to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And that's our last set of bicep curls. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we just have a few more exercises to do before we get to stretch. So we're going to do a high knee with a reverse lunge, and we're going to superset that with triceps. So we could stay on the same side of the chair for this exercise. 1, 2, and you could modify this or you could go into a full knee bend. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I should explain a little bit more before I do the second side. So I'm doing it modified where I'm just stepping back. You could do a full knee bend if you're comfortable. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I'm going to do a tricep kickback today. So I'm going to do it from the side. I'm stepping on both feet on the band. My knees are bent, my hips are bent, my elbows are close to me bent, and I'm just going to kick back with the bands. 2, actually I'm going to hold them this way. I'm going to start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know if you can hear the commotion outside. Every single fire engine decided to stop on my block. So instead of a second set of reverse lunge, I'm going to do a side crunch. So your leg is turned out, and we're going to crunch down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And switch it over to the other side. Turn your leg out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's do our last tricep kickback. I'm stepping on both feet on the band. My knees are bent, my hips are bent, my back is nice and flat, my belly button's pulled in. You could do these with weights also, or with cans of beans. Elbows close to your side. Sorry, I'm just going to turn my hand facing back and extend back for 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's sit. We haven't sat at all in a long time. So we're going to sit and stretch. Slide towards the front of your chair, one leg out. Flex your foot, lean forward from your hips. Should stretch your calves and your hamstrings. If you could reach your toes, just pull your toes towards your face. Give you a little bit of extra calf stretch. And switch over to the other side. Your belly button is still pulled in all of the stretch and exercise, and your chest is nice and high. And And sit up. For those of you with hip, knee problems, you could cross over at your shin, pull your knee gently. You could cross over on the top and pull your knee. If you can do the figure 4 stretch, lean forward from your hips. You should feel a stretch in the hip, the leg that's on top. And switch over to the other side. And we're going to stretch our hip flexors. So I have my leg at somewhat of a 90-degree angle, both legs. I'm pushing this is my right hip forward. I'm not arching my back. Arms up, facing the back of the chair. You get a nice stretch in the front of your hip. For those of us who are inside, sitting all day, this is a really good stretch. And switch over to the other side. Arms up, face the back of the chair. Let's stretch our lower back. So legs nice and wide. You're going to lean forward, your chest is still up. Go as far over as you're comfortable without falling off your chair. And walk your hands over to one foot. That should really feel good in the lower back, on the side, up into your lats. And walk over to the other side. And gently roll up. This is my favorite stretch. Your hands are gently on the chair and you're just pushing your hips back. It's a good posterior stretch. And gently roll up. And stretch our shoulders. And switch sides. Stretch your triceps. Switch to the other side. Let's roll our shoulders forward for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and to the back for 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and let's do a gentle neck stretch. So we're just going to look to I'm looking to my right. My shoulders are still facing forward. And I'm going to look down, get a little bit more stretch in my neck. And gently roll to the other side. And look down. And that's in the posture, your hand behind your head. Your other hand on your chin, push your head back into your hand, nice. Your chin's parallel to the ground. Plumb line pulling you nice and tall. Your ears are over your shoulder is over your hip is over your ankle. Your hip is over your knee is over your ankle. Your belly button's pulled in nice and tall. And your shoulder blades are down in the back, pointing towards your back pocket. So that's it for today. I ran into a few of you on the street, socially distanced, and I'm glad to see you're all wearing your mask. It's wonderful to see you in person behind your mask, and thank you for your kind comments online and in person. Take care and enjoy this sunny day. Thank you.